Hi, Katie. Do I have consent to record you today for my class and
Yes.
my teacher to see? All right. So, why are you coming here to see me today?
To help me with a diet change.
All right. And what's the background for you wanting to make this diet change in your life?
I have lupus, and my doctor has said that by going gluten-free, that it could help my inflammation levels in my body.
So you have high inflammation levels right now?
Yes.
Okay. Like extremely high, or just kind of?
Pretty high.
Okay. So I'm assuming then you're taking medications and
Yes.
a lot of stuff to help with that?
Yes.
Okay. So that makes it hard for you to do some things, I'm assuming, right?
It can, yeah.
Okay, so, this is something that will probably definitely help you in the long run. So, what are some things that you feel that will help you kind of make this change to being gluten-free?
Well, I think that the foods are more readily available now will help. But like making sure that I have the foods that I need and I'm buying the right foods, I think will help too.
Okay, so buying the right foods and making sure that you have them on hand would help out a lot. All right, do you see any possible drawbacks that you could have to going gluten-free?
Well, if it helps, that's great, but it is going to be an extra expense. So if it doesn't end up working, or just even the cost involved can be kind of hard. And you have to sometimes go to specialty stores, so that can be a drive, or just be a lot harder than just going to the random supermarket and picking up something else than I need to. Then I can just go to the Walmart or whatever to get it.
Okay, so I understand that can be a drive and everything, and I understand that it can be hard, but are there any other foreseeable drawbacks that you think you could have with eating the food in the house, like time management, or?
Well, I guess if you actually have to prepare, like if things take a little longer to prepare, then yeah, that can be hard. I travel a lot, so sometimes when I'm on the road, being able to just get gluten-free food isn't easy.
Right.
Especially if I'm like traveling with with somebody in particular, and they just stop at a random restaurant sometimes, or fast food. Those don't always have gluten-free possibilities.
So what are some ways you feel that you can make these drawbacks less of an obstacle to you?
I guess the biggest thing would be, like I said, stocking my pantry. If I have those foods and not foods that do have gluten in it, I'm obviously going to eat the ones that I do have. But I guess it's going to be hard going gluten-free because of, you're used to eating certain foods and you're used to the way things taste. So just finding things that I like the taste of, I think will be probably one of the biggest struggles.
Yeah. And how long does your doctor want you to try and go gluten-free?
For at least a year.
Okay, to make sure that it works.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you have any way to help yourself make sure you stay gluten-free, like any support at home or any support?
Well, I guess taking a friend when I go shopping would help, because, there isn't just a gluten-free store.
Right.
But a lot of things are integrated now. But going down the aisle, I'm going to want to pick something I know and I'm familiar with and I know I like, then wanting to get the opposite that's gluten-free, because you worry about, well, it's a high cost, but what if I don't like it, and that type of thing. So having someone there to just go, no, you need to get that one, will probably help.
Have you ever looked into maybe some free trial offers or anything like that online?
Not yet, but I could.
Yeah, it's always an option.
It's always an option, yeah.
But definitely, it's going to work for you, and what's going to keep you on track the best. So I'm just here to help, talk through things, maybe shoot some ideas at you, and just kind of guide you on the right path into doing this. And I think you have a very good understanding of what you need to do. I definitely agree with taking someone to the store would really help keep you on track and to keep you focused, and maybe even having someone at home that maybe they're not going gluten-free completely because, they might not want to, or it might not be beneficial to them.
I don't want to.
Right, but maybe having them help you out with it too, maybe that would help out, because,
having a support system, because I don't have to go gluten-free. I don't have any issue with gluten.
Right.
It doesn't bother me, but, they think this will help, but that's kind of hard because, I feel fine on gluten. So I don't necessarily want to make the changes. I still want to eat, the regular food. So it is going to be a transition, but yeah, having a support system I think will help, and being able to talk about it
Yeah.
works.
Well, I'm always here, to talk about going gluten-free and to help you stay on track. So I have an importance ruler down here, and it ranges 0 to 10. 10 being, this is really important to you, you're ready to do it right now, make the transition to being gluten-free, and 0 being like, I don't care about this at all. So how important do you think this is to you in your life and making the change?
Probably a 7. And I was diagnosed with lupus young, so if I can, I really do, I want to make the steps to preserve what health I have, and do it. And if this helps, great. It could lead to my joints being better, it could lead to my organs working better. But at the same time, like I said, I feel fine when I eat gluten. So, and there is gluten in a ton of things. So, being able to get over the foods I like because they have gluten in it, it's gonna be hard. I'm finding a different alternative, and it's a lot of work.
Right. Well, I think a 7 is good right now, being that it is kind of a foreseeable big change in your life that you're looking to do. So I think a 7 is good, taking it in small steps, cutting gluten, slowly out, and having that support system will definitely be helpful. And we're going to use this importance ruler, just in case if you start falling back and start slipping back into eating more and more gluten.
Yeah.
We can look at it again and be like, okay, well, how can we motivate you to get back up to that 7 or get more motivated to get to an 8 or 9? So I think that'll definitely help.
Yeah.
Does that sound good?
Yeah, sounds good.